I was watching the Charlie Kirk memorial and I decided to check my P.O. box. I had one letter. I want to share it. Dear Ryan, my name is Katie Smith and I write this letter on behalf of the tragic incident on September 10th, 2025. I bear a message with me as I write in hopes that it will be spread as far as the world can take it. I have the utmost respect for the foundation that your platform is based off of and your goal to spread awareness of the urgent flaws developing in the people that divide our country as one. I write this letter not to waste time, but because I trust you to help me spread the message due to my lack of familiarity to the courageous and the most understanding people that many people lack today. I present a speech in the fourth of a non-rhyming poem. I put a lot of work and effort into it, taking away from my homework as a 16-year-old high school student. I spent all of my time and my daily after school thinking about Charlie and the impact he made on the world. His understanding fate is mine. To be putting my empathy and my love for reading and writing together to let people know Charlie up in heaven that he made an impact on people. Please keep in mind that this is coming from a teenager that doesn't always agree with his opinions. Please keep in mind that this is coming from a 16-year-old teenager that does not agree with all of his opinions. Thank you so much for reading my poem. Katie Smith. For the one that chose the conversation, you didn't come to make everyone agree. You came to remind us that we don't have to, that it's possible to think differently and still share space, still share respect, still share a country. You stood on stages where minds were made up and offered only the question, can we talk about it? But not everybody wanted to. Some wanted silence, some wanted surrender, so they shouted. They tore down posters, disrupted events, called for you to be deformed, but not because they knew you, but because you made them feel uncomfortable. And discomfort these days feels like danger to some. There were threats, security checks, police at the back of the room, just because a different idea was present at the front. Still, you showed up. You didn't claim to hold all the answers. You only asked, why are we so afraid of the question? But deep down, we all think. We carry private conversations shaped by where we were born, what we've lost, who we've lost, what we've been told. And so it makes sense that we don't all arrive at the same place. It's not a weakness to disagree. It's not cruelty to see the world from another angle. It's just a thought. It's just living. You believed that, and more than believing it, you lived it. You sat across from people who saw the world in colors you never used, and still, you listened. You responded with outrage. You asked them to do the same. Not everybody could, but you tried. Not to win, not to convert, just to remind them their thoughts mattered. So did yours, so did everyone's. You didn't ask to be a symbol, but maybe now you are. A symbol of what we lose when we forget that people are more than opinions. The ideas can clash without people being enemies. The conversations is not violence, but sometimes the refusal to have one can be. You left behind more than a message. You left an example and how it's ours to carry. Thank you for choosing words with others who chose war, for sitting down with others that stood to shout, for showing us the courage can look like listening. And thank you to those who still believe that disagreement does not make someone less human, to those who stay in the room even when it's uncomfortable, to those who choose tolerance not because it's easy, but because it's right. You are the one who keep the door open and the conversations alive. I'll leave that there. I think that needs to be heard by millions. Thank you, Katie. So many of her quotes I want to go back and read, but that stuck with me. She didn't agree with everything, but violence is not the answer. We can still love each other when we have different opinions.